You ever have a problem sleeping midday with dogs? Because they don't shut up? Feel your pain. What's up, guys? It is Saturday, 12 o'clock noon. Is a biscuit for you? Okay, don't catch it. Okay, don't catch it. Come on, Jess. Here's a biscuit for you. Go. Watch this. I should go hide. It's biscuit time? Okay. I don't know why she does that. It cracks me up. So, it is 12? Yeah, 12:37. The graveyard life's kicking my butt. Got off at like 7:30, 8. So now I'm here, took a nap. Gonna mix me up some, I don't know why I do that. Why do I do that, dude? See? I don't know what I'm doing. Just a quick update of everything. I don't know how to keep the light on. Give me some G Fuel. I have an issue. I've got 4 of them right now. I'm gonna mix some up with some Sprite from leftover Whataburger. So mix up some Sprite and G Fuel. Then we're gonna go to the garage because we have a lot to talk about. So, magic transition. All right, we are here, and every car is technically getting worked on today. First of all, if you don't like G Fuel, if you don't know what it is, it's some cool it's not pre-workout. It's like an energy powder for gamers. You mix it with Sprite though. Oh my god. Yeah, it's nice. It's like drugs but legal. So the green car is shut down. I drove it the first day I drove it to work. Drove good, you know, everything went great. And on the way home, the radiator fan LED popped off. I'm like, weird. So I pulled over, looked at it. Luckily, it was like 30 degrees. So the radiator fan is bad. So it was shot. I mean, 6 years of having this thing, though. I would have had it bumped both of them on the battery, and these wires just got intense hot. So I think that something in here is causing a restriction, or not a restriction, however electricity works, but it's gone. 6 years, like a $40, thing. But I had that leaking radiator, so we pulled it out, and we bought a new one. So here's the new one. Looks like a harmonica, or not a harp, little ding ding. It is a cross flow. I had a down flow. The only issue is it's a universal, like you pick your measurements and stuff, but it only has mounts on the bottom. I don't want to weld on the actual thing, so we're gonna fabricate some stuff with some angle iron, little channel on each side for the bottoms to sit in, and then I think with the help of my father-in-law, we're gonna cut all this out right here, this little slip. I think we're gonna do like weld the plate here so the radiator can rest on it, and then have another plate here that we tighten to the frame, like, somewhere up here holding it in for the top part to keep it all good. But I mean, that's what everyone else seems to be doing, so I'm gonna try doing it. Then we'll fix that fuse. But getting this ready, because Monday I bought a Mishimoto fan instead of that 14. I think I got a 16, but a Mishimoto is a lifetime warranty, so. And I'm pretty sure now that I'm saying that, I need to make sure that, oh yeah, 16 is gonna be fine. The 16, this is 17 inches tall and 22 wide. 3-core crossflow. Crossflows are really good for an LS swap because they're on the passenger side, and you don't have that ugly, stupid, dinky hose on the driver's side, so it makes for a lot more room, just a cleaner look. What else are we gonna do? There's that. There's this bad boy, which I'm gonna go ahead and just flip my address up on the ground because y'all want to see that. I gotta clean the garage. I got so many packages coming in. This is ready to be put in almost. We still got to put the mounting, I don't know where they're at now, the little perches. We got to pull that diff out and do the angle, which will probably happen because it's gonna. I'm not gonna be driving the car for like 5 days because it's supposed to sleet Monday. So kind of a bummer. Not really. It means I can work on the car more. But I got new stickers. Ooh, I like the little bees. I don't know why. I think they're a little cool. Let me know if you think those are cool or not. If they're not, you can eat my butt because I don't care. What a cool little photo right here. Well, I tell you what. I'm gonna get my thumbnail ready. Thumbnail. A little dirty. Alright, that's good. Thumbnail achieved. Okay. Old radiator. Now you see this one's a Jeep radiator. It's also $500 downflow. And I just made brackets for mine because it had holes. Gotta take my steam port off to put on that one, but yeah, I mean it's a good radiator for 5 years, and it just started leaking out of nowhere on the top. Obviously, the top downflow, it would leak. I thought it was this hose because this is where it usually leaked, but I don't know. Probably get it rebuilt, sell it. I don't know. So we're gonna keep it for now. Very good radiator, honestly. If you want like a drop-in, besides making a little bracket for your AMC, it's these Bryce Thompson radiator. Yeah, BryceThompsonRadiator.com. Super helpful. It's like a YJ or it's a YJ, I think. Or is it the Wrangler? It's one of those two. It's like a 70s to 80s something. But you can call them and they'll be like, oh yeah, that'll fit. But the only difference was this one was barely missing the hood. And there's about 2 inches. It goes 2 inches under that front valance. I'm not comfortable with that. So that's why we went with a shorter, wider style. And this one was only $200. So if you want to do your custom radiator, this might be the way to go. Because they have down ones, cross ones. So they have them for the AMC. I think it's up here on the OEM. They have you can call them and they can make you one cheap, which is awesome. But yeah, there's that. Radiator part's done. Here is the missing piece puzzle part of the green car 488 swap, which this is what it had, right? This is where your shock mount will go. Well, I would say this bolt is meant for like a heavy duty shock or like a Jeep shock, because these are actually universal Jeep 3 1/4 to it's universal. It can go to like a 2-inch, I think, to like a 4-inch U-bolt. This one's 3 1/4, I think. So that will be able to fit on that and this, which is awesome. So I bought these and these. Link will be in this description. I'm putting all my part list in description on this video, even though we're not mounting it today. So there's that. Well, I had to take this off because what I'm going to go do is I bought Mustang shocks, which I'll have from Rock Auto. So here are my Mustang shocks, which are a 1/2 inch taller, or they, at full compression, they're a 1/2 inch taller than the AMC ones that I have right now. So the goal here is bammo whammo, right? We're going to mount it to the hole on the side like the shock mount would be. Well, I'm going to go to the parts store and I'm going to get, hello, horsefly. It's 30 degrees outside. What are you in here for? Yeah, I'm going to go get a big old bolt, because I think this is like, whatever this thread is, like this thread goes in here, obviously. And it's you know where it needs to be. Well, that thread is also the same as this one, right? So it doesn't move up and down like so. It's tight. It's a tight fit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a bolt for the bolt head and a long enough bolt from the parts store, and then right here, and then I'll mount it on that side. That way I have kind of the OEM style of the AMC. And I'm trying to do this as drop in as possible. Then just weld the shock mount somewhere right here. Well, then the way the AMCs are like, it's way up there, so I feel like it would, I don't know, I just want to keep it as, and stock of a position as possible without cutting. So the only thing that I've welded is the narrowing part. That's the only thing welded. So under here, right here, you got your sway bar and your shock mount, all mount up to the diff, right? The sway bar mounts up to the front, but there's a bracket that holds it. The sway bar eventually is going to be no sway bar until I custom fit the Explorer one in here. But right now I want to get it in here. But as you see, this is, I wanted to find a way to put this shock without having to cut it and weld it. And this seems to be the best way. $150 to those 2 mounts. But it's almost, the spring is about directly in line. Well, it's going to be notched a little bit to the side, which is, I think, going to be fine. Because I know when I mounted these, you have a lot of play left and right, up and down, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to do that, and then do obviously the other side. And that's the goal, is to make this as drop in as possible. Because I've been talking about this for like 2 years, and just, I'm finally doing it. And then I'm excited. I'm on it. Just really excited. But it's gonna bring the tire in, and these are 275. Yeah, 275 60/15s, and they fit pretty darn good. But there's little cutty cuts. It rubs right there on the top, and I'm not flaring it right now. But if you look in here, from the spring perch to the tire, it's like 5 inches pretty much. So there's plenty of room for it to come in. I'm sorry, I hurt your guys' head. And the, what's it called? The 8.8 is gonna bring it in 1.25 inches or something, or almost 2 inches. So it'll be like, is it ½ inch? I think it's like ½ inch or something on each side. And then it's gonna be 3/4 of an inch offset from this. But, you know, even. And I guess maybe if you're a stickler and you want it, the drive shaft directly even, you probably could shift it before you weld the mounts to make it like flush, and put a 3/4 spacer on one side. You could do that, but I mean, I don't think it's not gonna hurt it. I mean, everyone's done the swap. They just don't have any kind of part list. What they did, they have it all in their mind, because back in the day, old timers, YouTube, what the thing. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make all the AMC guys that are wanting to do this, kind of giving you the best rundown of what I did, the parts list, the things I had trouble with. And honestly, dude, the cutting, taking your time cutting and sanding, and then that was the hardest thing I've ever done. Everything else is just a walk in the park, honestly. But we'll get to it. Probably my father-in-law is going to help me with the radiator mount today. That way I can put water in. Even though it doesn't have a fan, I'd like to bring it in. I'd like to pull it out, turn it around, because of the lights. Because it's going to be 30 degrees. So I'll have the heater out, keeping it warm and grinding out. So there's that on that. Radiator, AMC cranky people, 488 narrow how-to. Really cool mounts. I mean, these are big though. Like, I put them under there where the shocks are right now. And this piece, it's probably got like 1.5 inches away from the tire. So I don't know if when we put that in a little bit, if it's going to be too close. And if that's the case, we'll probably do some work. But I think we'll be good. If worst case, I mount the shocks inboard in some, and then I'm done. I just don't want to do that. I want to just drop in as possible. Maybe in the future I'll do that for sure, probably. But there's that. So that's done. Oh yeah, I need a right angle gauge or angle finder. So what I'm going to do, that's the other thing I got to tell y'all how to do, because I probably won't have it recorded because it'll be at my father-in-law's shop. I don't want to record at his shop. But basically, when I pull the pump or the AMC 20 out, right, I'm going to take the diff cover off. So you got your flat piece, and I'm going to put the angle gauge right here. I'm going to get that backside to 90 degrees. And then once this part right here is 90 degrees, which I'll probably use a jack or some spacers and just lift it up, get it to 90 degrees, I'm going to take that right angle gauge and I'm going to put it on that bottom mount that's in there for the leaf spring, And whatever angle this angle is, when this is a 90-degree angle, is the angle you need for the new one. So I need to put, say it's 8 degrees, which I'm just saying a number. It's 8 degrees on the AMC 20 with it at 90 degrees, the whole pumpkin and stuff. So 8 degrees, bam. So what I would do is I'd put the right angle on this one, get this whole thing to 90 degrees. Then I'd put the magnet on the mount, which right here, I'd put it on the mount right here, and I'll stick it on here. And as soon as I can get it to 8 degrees, I'd have a little tack weld. Tack, 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 tack. Father-in-law's gonna do that because I suck at welding. But that way it's true to that one. So everything pumpkin position-wise for like the drive shaft and stuff is true. So, bam, whammo, that'll be done. Which, you know, that's awesome. And it's not really that hard. They're like $10, $11 at Lowe's. I just haven't went to Lowe's to get one. And it's like, you're going to use it once, I feel like. But better, I might as well get it now. Because you're probably going to do some more 8/8 swaps. Sell them or something. That'd be a good idea. But I think out of all the work, we'll total up all the price. Let's do that right now, actually. So we got the part list for the radiator. Now let's do the part list for these. So we got the whole part, the actual pumpkin. I mean, you know, the actual diff, which was $100 at pull apart. And you're gonna need another passenger side axle because the driver side is over there. It's taller 3 inches from over here. That was $15. But if you pull the driver side axle out and you put the passenger one in there, when you go to check out, it's only gonna be $100 at OKC's one because you're not buying an extra axle. So something you could think about. Bam. First thing I did, we cleaned it, we cut it, we narrowed it, right? So I need some cutting blades, some flapper wheels, chop saw, whatever you use. Safety glasses. Get a face shield too, because there's sparks everywhere. So we're at that, right? I did not rebuild any of this. It's all good right now. I'm not going to rebuild it until something happens, because you gotta like press these bearings on and stuff and preload, blah blah blah. But there's all that. To the pumpkin side, I have a freeze plug I got from East. I forgot where the brand is. It's gonna be in a list right here though. It's like $1.50, and that gets rid of the speed sensor, which I threw away. But hammered it in, put some silicone around it, hammered it in good. Bammo whammo. So then we go to this side, and we got new internal brakes, parking rebuild, drilled and soldered rotors, which came with brake pads, OEM replacements, which I got from Amazon, and wheel seals. I got 2 wheel seals for the outside, just because we already pulled the outsides off. And they are, for when I go back to Googling the link on this one, they're 8835S, and they were like $3 a piece. So that's all the parts inside of this. I had to get a couple of bolts, but not a big deal. So there's all that. Then I got some 3-inch purchase for $20. I have Amazon. That was on Amazon. Got the 3-inch hooks, 3 1/4 inch. I think is what it is. It'll be in the description. Then we got our mount, and then we have a gasket, which is actually really nice. And that's really it. That's the crazy part. You keep your brake system, because the brake lines match the current ones of the AMC. So here's the brake kit, right? Driver's side's cut, loops over here to the passenger side. The only difference is the brake line for mine is on the right side, I think. I'm pretty sure I saw it on the right side. So I have to flip-flop just the thing. So if I need a driver's side Explorer hose, it'll be the broken side. It'll be the passenger side that's broke. That's about it. But I haven't ordered that yet. I'll put it in the description now because I think it's like $20. Because I cut it to pull it out. Easier. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So there's all that. And then I have my universal spicer joint to mount to this OEM Explorer flange. So keep your 4 bolts for that, or for the drive shaft, because they're like a weird 13mm hex or something like that. And make sure so you have to pull 2 diffs off at pull apart. I usually leave 1 bolt in, and I took the rest, so I have like 19 of these. But go and grab you those, keep those. I think that's about it right now. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do for the parking brake system yet. We've got to custom make that. I'm at 6% battery, but we'll figure that part out. But whatever the total is, it's dirt cheap for what I've done. It should have been done by now. Just haven't done it yet because my new shift and everything, it's messing with me. But not a big deal. Now I'm getting to the mode of getting it done, because this car's done too. Most of the work we had to get on this, I could probably get this done in a couple of days if you were on it with all the parts and everything, but countless research trying to figure out what I need, what I want to do, resulted in this. So not a big deal. But now on this car, which we have more parts for, this came in the bezel I was talking about, and I could not find anyone cheaper than $100 on eBay. And I thought it was like a remand. It's not. It's a brand new molded, like beefy plastic compared to. Actually, let me just show you the difference, right? I mean, you got the sheen and stuff, and you got the one that broke, right? I gotta clean the garage. Probably while the battery charges. Here's the broke one, right? I mean, yeah, it's like glass. I'm not gonna throw this one on the ground, no, but I can hold it in my hands and it won't break. So, I mean, this is a nice upgrade. So I'm gonna put that on off camera. It's literally just to push in, 2 screws in the bottom. Interior will be done. I bought another radiator cap because the gasket was like cracked in there, and I think it was leaking when I got it to temp finally. So there's that over there. I'll put it in the description. And we ordered Ford Explorer. Ford. Link in description. Wiper mounts. And apparently these are direct fit to replace these. And the issue I found out on these two, where they were, I think the fluid inside of them after 10 years of sticking, I couldn't put a needle through it enough, but I got it to kind of like whiz out, but we need to spray. So these are direct drop-in fit. I got 2 of them. I got one, the last one in order. The next day they restocked, so I ordered the other one. And we'll swap those in. It's just taking some pliers, and little push pins on the bottom, popping them out. Super easy. So everything wiper-wise is done, replaced, brand new. I thought they worked a little bit, but I guess I wasn't paying attention enough, because it's literally just, it's not spraying out, and then it's leaking from the bottom because all the pressure. So there's that. But besides that, everything else on this bad boy's done that I could think of. But getting it done, garage cleaned. It's a 25-minute video, 1% battery right now. I'm gonna leave it here and end it, clean up. We got a lot going on. Part list will be in the description. If you got any questions, let me know. Hit subscribe, hit like, leave me a comment. I like comments. I like reading comments. Who doesn't like reading a Facebook post and everyone replying to it? It's a good thing. You guys have a good one, though. I'm at 0% now. I'm out. I'm waiting for it to turn off. Bye.
Too many thoughts on my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing. I don't need no help, I don't need opinions, so don't waste my time then. Killing the game and I gotta go ask anybody.